like you had unfortunately lost your job because they were dissolving your department, and instead of trying to help shift you into a new department, they dropped you on the spot. I lost my aunt the same day you got fired and, well, got let go, I would say. It wasn't even technically like you didn't do anything wrong except for just like make money for the company and get paid. Um, so that was hard because within a day, you're losing a job, I'm losing a family member, and then like having to go through that year of trying to get you your dream job back and be supportive and kind of try to keep everything together, like, and it sucked because like I felt like I was failing, not being able to like keep everything together the way that I hoped I could have. And then like seeing how though like through everything it was us against the problem and not the problem putting us against each other. Like, of course there are moments that we're gonna get into it. I mean, like, it was a struggle of a year, but at the end of it, like, seeing how much we came out, that was our first year married. And honestly, they always say the first year is the toughest, and I agree, the first year is the toughest. Especially if one of you loses your job. And I think though that's exactly what was supposed to happen to us, to show us that we could go through literally one of the worst things throughout a year and still come out on the other side closer than ever, more together, like held together. That speaks a lot about our relationship, about our marriage, and how like this is something that is, I was going to say meant to be. And I'm like, oh my God, that was literally our slogan, meant to be 2023. But like, it's true. Like,
Yeah.
It's those types of tests and those types of pushes that like help get you to where you're meant to be or where you're supposed to see yourselves as a couple, I feel like. And they always say the first 5 years is like the biggest test to see where the relationship is. And even that first year we came out of it, like it came at us hard, but like we were able to defeat the odds of it and come back on the other side doing better than what we did even when we first got together, I feel like.
Yeah, like year one was so hard, like taking a step back. Like we had our wedding and then I worked the very next day because I was saving up on PTO days. And then we got told we could only take 1 week for the honeymoon and it had to be a specific time. And then the airline lost our luggage and then I lost the job that gave us the one specific week for the honeymoon. So
because they told us, I'm sorry, we wanted our honeymoon in like October because that would have been the perfect weather and the perfect timing in the Mediterranean because we were taking a Mediterranean cruise. And they told us, no, we really need him then. That's our busiest time. And then let him go in September. I'm still heated about that. But it's fine. Everything's fine. It's fine.
Yeah. But, you know, after that, it was like a spiral trying to find a job for a very long time. And then I got an awful and weird one in between. But things are much better now. And it's such a great feeling to be, because I know that this is going to go into the next question as well. But like, we're in such a much better place. And I feel it's like emotionally, physically, like I don't wake up like on edge and everything. Like I feel so secure. Like we're doing so well, because during the time where I didn't have a job, like we were like literally like basically paycheck to paycheck. Like at any point in time, we could have been like fully homeless, but you know, we had to move back home with your parents for a little bit, and we stayed on like our friend Gia's couch for a little bit, and like it was a rough year, but
yeah, shout out Gia, shout out Alan, shout out Maddie. They all gave us a bed and a place to stay when we were down and out. And I will forever be grateful for them because, I mean, they were the reason why I was able to keep my job in Florida, why I was able to stay working at the salon that I'm at, which is the best job I've ever had with the best people I've ever worked with. And even on the days that I had to drive from Orlando to Clearwater, like I would do it again just to make sure that like we were secure and we had at least like what we needed to get like food and gas. And like we started like paying Gia rent a little bit, like, but even then she didn't charge us much at all when she totally could have. And that I will forever be grateful for. So if y'all are listening, like, There's no amount of words that I could say that could show gratitude for how I feel about you guys.
You guys really held us down, and like without you guys, I don't know how things would have gone. Like,
Yeah.
thankfully, we're doing like so much better, and we're just in such a good place. And it's like it's a story that we get to tell here on YouTube a year or two later, and
Yeah.
like down the line, we'll be able to like look back and say we really made it out, and we'll have a story to tell our kids about like how difficult life can get, and like hopefully set them up so that something like that doesn't happen to them.
Yeah, that they can bounce if it does, they can bounce back quicker than we did.
Hmm